Hello everyone, let the flashback continue. Today we'll be reading One Piece chapter 1167. So, in the last chapter, we had some great stuff. Honestly, last chapter is really good. Last chapter was great. I did not expect the stuff for God Valley that we got at the end, right? Nice little epilogue send-off sort of thing. But just like back to back, like in the chapter, just so much interesting scenes that like good character scenes. I love that. I love that about and especially last chapter because it had the advantage of like looking at different perspectives, right? Because we were dealing with a whole bunch of different characters. So just getting to see like Garp and Goku talk. We got the little baby Shanks scene. We got Dragon and Garp. That was great. And then the stuff at the end with Harold, the Loki rock stuff, like that was all so good, right? And just great scenes last chapter. Good stuff, right? Very good stuff. The last chapter is really good. So moving on to this chapter, right? I'll say my predictions first, but then I'm gonna have to say something important right now, right? Let's say my predictions first, right? So in terms of predictions, I believe that Harold has finally seemingly, he's already been trying to join the world government, but it seems like the world government is finally going to like say, yes, you can join us, right? I wonder if Elbaf joined the world government at some point and we're going to see that, or if they were just always never part of the world government. It was just some it was like they had a relationship, but they weren't in the world government yet, technically. I want to see if that gets cleared up. As well as, what else? Oh yeah. So, obviously last chapter also said that potentially we could see Shanks talking to Harold in the Holy Land. I do think that's going to happen in this chapter. And then what else? So yeah, just seeing that relationship develop, right between Harold and the world government. We'll get that Shanks scene, and then I'm not sure. I think maybe Loki finds out about Harold working for the world government, something like that. And as well as, I don't know. I think we still got a couple more chapters until the actual incident 14 years ago. So I think this is just lots of Harold stuff this chapter, I would assume, right? So those are my predictions. And as always, an L and a rouge, please. So, let's read the chapter. Man, sad day, dude. Yeah, it's not good, right? It's one of those, it's a once in a lifetime thing, right? Because that's never going to happen again, right? We didn't know who it was, right? That was the whole point of it, right? And I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Oh, in terms of the reader request, I'll say freaking who do I say? Kami from, the Fishman Island, right? So, I see the chapter title, One Piece chapter 1167. That interesting number, right? Ida's son. Okay, so interesting title because wait, it's Ida's son. Okay. They're talking about Hyrule, right? I was like Loki, but I forgot that, Estrid is technically the mother of Loki. So, unless it could be like One Piece is about found family, right? It could be like Hyrule, but also because Ida's also kind of been treating Loki as her second child as well. So, I think it might have to do with that idea. It might be like a double sort of meaning, right? Like biological son and like found family son, right? So, that's probably what it means. So yeah. That's the title, I guess. We'll see. We have, we have Genzo and Nojiko and Kokoyashi. Let's see what's happening here. Cover request by Ideal Sanji. A cat is scolded for stealing a book, but Gen and Nojiko aren't mad. Oh, that's obviously, I'm guessing this person who made the reader request, obviously the cat, they were, in terms of what they were thinking of, the cat is supposed to represent Nami because Nami also stole a book in her flashback, right? And Genzo was like, that's fine, right? And it's fine if you steal a book because, he knew that they were poor. So, yeah, it's obviously a cat burglar, Nami, right? I think pretty sure she is a cat, right? Oda mentioned, if the Straw Hats were animals, they're cats. So, and obviously they're not mad. So, yeah, that's, Yeah, obviously there's also the I guess the librarian or bookstore owner just, rushing toward the cats, you stole the book, right? But nice, it's a cute little reader quest, so cool. So yeah, let's move on. Let me see if there's a Yosaku and a Johnny in the background. I don't think so. Yeah. So it's just Genzo and Nojiko. Okay. Here we go. Oh, let's see the Oda note for this week. I haven't seen this either, so I'm really getting into this 8D audio. I love that feeling of being enveloped in sound. I want to convert a room for it. Okay, so Oda's working with, audio, the, headphones, stuff like that. Okay, right? 8D audio. This is my first time hearing 8D audio. Okay. 3D audio, right? Stuff like that, but 8D audio, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, okay, so Oda's doing some stuff there. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's see. First page. Oh, Morgan's. Nice. Okay. Chapter's already goated, dude. Morgan's my guy. Okay. 33 years ago, 5 years after God Valley. That's how math works. Yeah, 33 years ago. Okay, so. Okay, I'm just thinking of, like, what's been happening. Okay, 33. So 5 years. Anything else significant? I mean, Roger's still on his journey. Okay. Yeah, okay. That means just the time. I was just trying to, like, think of stuff that's happened. Like, at this point, or since God Valley, right? A post-God Valley world, says the Shonen Jump text. Some random pirate says, I could have swore, actually it might just be a citizen, I don't know who this is. I could have sworn pirates were approaching off the shore. And then Morgan's like, he's like a journalist, he's like reporting on what this guy's saying, right? He's writing down. Okay. But there was something huge and shadowy emerging from the mist behind them. I could have sworn pirates were approaching off the shore, but there was something huge and shadowy emerging. That's immediately, I think, of the end of Thriller Bark, right? With the big shadowy creatures, right? That we still don't have an explanation for. But yeah, I don't know if he's talking about that, right? But okay, we're talking about some pirate crew. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really think. I'll let the chapter tell me. But yeah, Morgan's over here. Nicely. He's got like a new fit. He's got like, is that like headphones he's wearing? He's got like a nice jacket. Different hat, I think. Nice. Okay. Morgan's looking dripped out. Next panel. Oh, we're going to Impel Down. Okay. I think is this the earliest back we've seen like Impel Down? Like in the series, like the earliest point? Maybe. The underwater prison, Impel Down. Everything just went kaboom after that. Our ship was in ruins before we knew it. We were nothing but fish food. Sure it wasn't a Sea King attack? No way, it was shaped like a human. Okay, so these prisoners are talking about, I'm assuming, the same pirates, or if they're not pirates, right? The same people that the person in the previous panel was talking about. So, okay, who could this be? Is it though? Is it freaking? Because they're like, are you sure it wasn't the Sea King attack? But is it Is it the Thriller Bark things? I don't know. Maybe. Next panel. Switching perspectives to like a random port town or whatever. Another journalist saying, "Don't tell me you were in the infamous." Whoa! The journalist is saying, "Don't tell me you were in the infamous waters of the Florian Triangle." That's what, dude. Is Oda finally addressing this? Or is he just throwing that out there and then the guy's gonna be, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else. And maybe, okay. The guy says, fat chance, we don't fish near that region. Everyone knows to avoid it. Anyway, that monstrous thing was definitely human-like. Okay. So maybe Oda's just throwing that away and he's like, maybe that was Oda's hint. He's like, I'm gonna drop this, maybe trick readers into thinking it's that, but in reality, I'm not gonna address it yet. Maybe, I don't know. But whatever, human-like thing. So we'll see. Next panel. Oh, okay. During this period, a rumor began to circulate, says the narrator. I'll talk like the narrator too. During this period, a rumor began to circulate among the Grand Line countries. They said a monster lurked deep in the foggy seas, targeting pirate crews. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I know what this is. Oh, no. So I was thinking of, I was going to bring up the Giants, but I'm like, how does that make sense? So we see a silhouette or like a misty figure of a giant. I'm assuming it's Harold. They look bald, I think. They are, trying to, slash down on a pirate crew. Is it literally Harold? Is the world government telling Harold to just, like, take out random pirate crews on, like, the Grand Line and stuff? And that's what's happening. That sucks, dude. Because he said he was going to become a slave at the end of the chapter. I'm not, like, surprised, right? But Damn, he's just, yeah, he's just, the world government just telling him, go take out some pirate crews, and he's like, you know, yes, sir, or whatever, right? So we got some pirate crews saying, what? Okay, because they're reacting to this giant mist thing. Next panel. The identity of the monster was none other than Harald. Okay. Few who sailed those waters had ever seen a giant with their own eyes. So to them, he was nothing less than the very embodiment of fear. Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? If they haven't seen giants, and he just, yeah. Well, let me read the next thing. Harald now worked in the shadows to back up the Navy as part of its atonement for the last 1,000 years of history. So, obviously, that's what he said. Not surprised by this. It's disappointing, right? But, I mean, he set himself up for that, right? So, we have Harald slashing down on this pirate ship, cutting it in half, and, yeah, that's sucks to see, but, you know, that's how it is. Next panel. Meanwhile, oh, okay, we got a little look at the other future Yonka right here. Meanwhile, the pirates who had gone their separate ways after God Valley continued to rise in prominence, and over the next decade or so, each of them would peak to become a defining face of their generation. We have Kaido, Whitebeard, and Big Mom, obviously right here. They look older, right, than the last time we saw them at God Valley. Big Mom doesn't look, you know, as different, right, because we know she ends up looking a little different than how she looked at in God Valley, right, but she looks sort of the same. We have Kaido, obviously Kaido's grown facial hair. It has that long mustache of his, right? So, okay. Right, they're rising in prominence. Makes sense. Next panel. Most of these pirates... Ooh, we get more pirates. Okay, most of these pirates simply clashed over territory. So we have a look at a freaking Ochoku right here who has a scar over his face. I don't think he had a scar over his face before. I wonder what that is. I'm assuming he also took over Hachinosu, right? Makes sense. And then we don't see that. I'm just assuming. And then we have Shiki, obviously. You know, Shiki, very prominent person as well. We don't see much of the background, but we just see his face. Seems like he also grew a little bit of facial hair as well. So yeah, they simply clashed over territory. However, one crew broke through all the others and achieved a feat long believed impossible. They circumnavigated the entire world. And then we have, obviously, Roger. Are we just switching to the point where they found the One Piece? Because it's 33 years ago. So it's still a little bit. Or are they just referring to them, like, getting to Lodestar? But I'm pretty sure when they mean circumnavigated the world, I'm pretty sure that's referring to, like, they went to Laugh Tale. So are we just skipping to that? Maybe. They're obviously talking about the Roger Pirates. Okay. Next panel. They were hailed as the crew of the King of the Pirates, As the King of the Pirates, Gold Roger, the public execution of the captured Pirate King was meant to serve as a spectacle, a display of the world government's power. However, so I guess we're just skipping to 24 years ago. You know, when 25 years ago, they found the One Piece, but 24 years ago, Roger was executed, right? So when you got a nice little panel of the Roger Pirates, Roger, Rayleigh, Gabon, Buggy, Shanks, Crocus, and everyone else. So, okay. Right, nice. Yeah, so let's see what it said. The public execution of the captured Pirate King was meant to serve as a spectacle, a display of the world government's power. However, obviously, I'm assuming Great Pirate Era began, right? Roger's words, his final words. Next panel. The world was plunged into even greater turmoil as countless souls set out in pursuit of the vast treasure Roger left behind, the One Piece, right? You know, the treasure that Roger left behind, right? Not really his treasure, right? But unbeknownst to them, right? That's a fact, right? So we have over here, obviously, recreation. Nice. It's a little, you know, kind of establishing shot. Roger far away. Have we ever seen Roger actually get sliced, like, in the canon? Or is it always just cut, like, right before we see it? I'm not kind of curious on that. But we see, like, a little, like, sound effect, or not sound effect, a little speech bubble indicating that, you know, right, he's been stabbed. I know in the live action they stabbed him. I'm pretty sure they showed on screen. Are we going to finally see Crocodile from the front of the face? From the front? I don't know. Next panel. Okay, I don't think so, right? The narrator continues. No one had anticipated the advent of the Great Pirate Era. Navy headquarters found itself caught off guard. As a result, more than 10 giants were drafted into the Marines from all over the world in an effort to consolidate strength. Okay, so I think John Giant at this point already joined the Marines, but we have some more Giants. I don't know if they look familiar. Yeah, so just drafting more Giants. I'm assuming Harold supported this maybe. So yeah, okay. Next panel. During this time, Harold waited on the Navy. Let me start all over. During this stretch of time, Harold waited on the Navy hand and foot. Okay. Yeah, Marie Joie. Okay. Did you see how huge he was? He's an ancient giant. I want to make him my slave. So I'm assuming Harold's just. Does he just live in the Holy Land now? Right. I'm assuming so. Right. He's just living, and obviously all the celestial dragons are gonna be like, "Whoa, ancient giant! I want him as my slave." Right, as they say right here. So, okay. Next panel. And that very year, he was finally granted formal permission. Oh, so he okay. So and that very year, I'm assuming when Roger died, right? He was finally granted formal permission to visit the Holy Land. So he's in the room of authority, and obviously he's very, I mean, kind of a weird shot. We might get a better shot right now, but obviously very large compared to the Gorosei, right? We have the Gorosei right here. Very zoomed in and zoomed out, right? I guess maybe we might get a better look right now, but Harold says a shallow sea contract. Oh, I read that wrong. A shallow sea contract. Okay, hopefully they elaborate on that. Next panel. That is correct, says Warcury. What are they talking about? Warcury continues. Consider yourself the right hand of the God's Knights. Oh, whoa. Contract. Oh, are they referring to, is he going to get a mark or something? Whoa. Oh, he got a mark. I just saw the next panel. Okay. But is he considered a God's Knight? I don't think so, right? He's saying the right hand of the God's Knights, not a God's Knight. And I see that mark matches the one Shanks has, so I'm assuming this shallow sea contract and being the right hand, but not an actual God's Knight, I'm assuming that God's Steel. I just read it again. Okay, let me read this. God's Steel, it is a great honor. That's what Gunko has, right? Gunko is referred to as God's Steel in God Valley. So I'm assuming whatever God's Steel is, obviously it's a little... Actually, wait. Gunko at this point is a holy knight. At this point, right? Knights of God, whatever. I mean, they have many names at this point, but I'll just refer to them however I want, right? But I'll just refer to them as God's Knight, whatever, right? But Gunko at this point is a God's Knight, right? We know that. That was stated. So she got promoted from God's Steel to God's Knight in the present day, right? In God Valley, she was just God's Steel, right? But here we have Harold. Now he's becoming God's Steel. I'm assuming Shanks also became God's Steel because this is the same mark. And yeah, it makes sense, right? We were assuming, God's Steel was separate from God's Knight, so it's nice to have that confirmed. So interesting. They're making that. I wonder what comes with that, right? If he gets abilities, does he get the Abyss? Does he get teleportation? Does he get regenerate? Like, maybe. I don't know. We might find out right now. But yeah, we see this logo. Very much looks like the world government logo, except it has like a kind of a circle in the middle, right? Like another circle. So actually, it's just... There was never an original circle. It was just the cross, right? But yeah. So he has God. Yeah, consider yourself the right hand of God's Knight, God's Steel. It is a great honor. Gets the tattoo on his left arm. Next panel. There are three. We're just getting okay. There are 3 levels of contract. Give me the elaboration, Oda. Here we go. Let's see. There are 3 levels of contract. Okay. The shallow sea contract is more of a minor pact. So I'm assuming that's what he got right now. The deep sea and the deep sea contracts are reserved for those who are to be bound fully to the true God. Emu, of course. Only 13 individuals in the entire world receive that privilege. What do you mean by God, says Harold. I'm guessing this is where he finally, because he didn't know that was Emu. Well, actually, no, he wasn't even at God Valley, right? But he doesn't know Emu exists, right? He doesn't actually know that yet, right? I'm assuming this is where he finds out. Interesting. Okay, so there's 3 levels. Shallow sea contract, that's God's Steel, right? That makes you God's Steel. You get that tattoo. I'm assuming Shanks got that, Harold got that, and Gunko had that, right? Had that in the past. And then there's 2 levels of contract, but okay, there's the deep sea and the deep. And those are 2 levels of contract, and only 13 individuals in the world receive that privilege. So 13 people, like all those 13 people have either deep or deep sea or deep. So those 2 contracts, 13 people have either one of those. Are they, I'm assuming, do the Gorosei include themselves? I'm assuming the Gorosei have, or is it just something higher? I'm assuming they have, like, the deep contract, maybe? Maybe they're talking about themselves, because there's 5, so it's 8. Is there 8 Gods Knights, maybe? 8 Gods Knights, 5 Gorosei, and then all of them have either a deep sea or a deep, right? Maybe Gorosei have the deep, and all the 8 other Gods Knights have deep sea. I'm wondering if that's how it works. So, nice. I like that Oda's elaborating on this. Next panel. You will only come to know the greatest depths of this world on the day you've become a full Knight of God, says Nozjuro. So he's saying that, you know, not yet, right? We'll show you Imu after you become a full Knight of God. And I'm assuming get that either deep sea or deep contract. So, okay. And then Harold says, could Elbaf become a member nation then? Yes. Let's see if they answer that, right? Because we know in the present day they are not part of the world government. I'm just wondering if they were ever part of the world government, right? Did Harold actually do it and then they just removed it? Or did they never become a nation at all? So let's see. A member nation. Next panel. Okay, we got freaking Saturn over here saying, naturally, Harold, at that point, the entire world would be clamoring to welcome you. Oh, now, okay, so could Elbaf become okay, so he's saying naturally, Harold. At that point, the entire world would be clamoring to welcome you. Then Harold says, I'm grateful for this opportunity to prove myself. So he's saying that, you know, once he becomes a Knight of God, which, you know, once that happens, Elbaf can become a member nation, right? Obviously, this all sucks because this is not a good idea, Harold. Hopefully, Shanks, right, put some sense into him. Although Shanks is, I'm assuming, also Godsteel, so I don't know what Shanks is doing, but I guess we'll see. Next panel. Oh, this is sick. Okay, we got Garling, older Garling. It's like middle, right? It's not as old, but he's older than, okay, nice. We got OG Saint Garling, right? Oh, is that his Shamrock? Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on screen. This is awesome. Okay, we have Saint Garling, captain of the Knights of God, Figurlin family. Saint Garling, he's not the supreme commander yet. He has the same title that Shamrock has right now, right? And we know those are different, right? Because the captain, whatever it says for captain in Japanese, is not the same thing as supreme commander that we saw from Garling in the middle of Egghead, right? When we first saw Garling. So that was supreme commander. Shamrock right now is the captain. He's the captain, Garling, right now at this point in the past. So, okay, we got Garling over here. He's a little older, right? He hasn't grown. You know, his beard to be like the crescent, the other part of the crescent. He still has his main crescent, but he's starting to grow that beard right there. Okay. He's got, you know, his God's Knight. He doesn't have the same God's Knight outfit. He's almost similar. I think, is it the same outfit he has in the present day? I'm not sure. It looks a little different. He's got his sword right there. Okay, nice. Saint Garling. The Knights Temple, Shangara, domain of, what the fuck? We got like a fucking like Mount Olympus type fucking like training area in the Holy Land or something. That's okay. Oh shit. This is kind of sick. We got, I don't know, the Knights Temple, Shangara, very reminiscent of Shandora. I don't know if we're supposed to make that connection, but the Knights Temple. Maybe, I'm wondering if they built this for the Gods Knights or if it was already here from the Lunarians. Like, maybe this is used to be like, this is like Lunarian ruins or some shit. But then they just took it over. Or maybe this is just built by the Celestial Dragons or slaves. It's probably built by slaves. If it wasn't already here, it was probably built by slaves, right? So, we have Harold over here. What is the Great One planning, says Garling. So he's asking this. And we have, Summers right here, looking a little older. He's growing a little more facial hair. You're gonna obey us even though you're the king of Elbaf. So even they're confused. They're like, you're the king of Elbaf, but they're confused, bro. That Harold, if they're fucking confused, I think that's a sign that you kind of fucked up, bro. But we have him saying that. We have, I'm assuming that's Shamrock. You know, obviously because of the spoiler I have, but yeah, that's Shamrock. He doesn't say a thing, right? He's just there. Of course, just say the word. So Harold's like, of course I'm gonna join you guys, right? Just tell me what to do. I'll do it. So, very nice stuff right here. Okay, next panel. Garling says, we'll keep a long-distance transponder snail on hand and call you if we have need of you. Okay. You'll be free to travel the surface world, but you are forbidden to speak of our dealings. Okay, so I'm guessing this is kind of the deal that comes with becoming at least a God Steel, right? If you're at least a God Steel, and I guess also a Knight of God, you gotta I guess you have long distance communication. You can go on the surface land, but you can't talk about anything, right? Like what they're doing, right? So he says understood. So that's Harold being dedicated to this. Next panel. Ooh, Fishman Island. What the fuck? Okay, moving to Fishman Island. Wait, what could we see here? Are we gonna see the poneglyph, dude? The other road? I mean, we could. Wait, what if they stole it? Are we gonna get burn scar confirmation? Wait, does anyone have a burn scar right here? No one has a burn scar. That just came up in my head. Are we gonna? Because this is after Roger had found it. This would be prime time to see who stole it, because it's not there. It's not there anymore. 20 years ago, Ryugu Kingdom, Fishman Island. Haven't read the speech bubbles. Oh ho ho ho, bada ha 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 ha. I think that's Harold's laugh. Someone else accompanied him right here. Are they stealing the road poneglyph? Maybe. So we just get like a perspective establishing shot of Fishman Island. Next panel. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time, Neptune. Whoa, he's drinking with Neptune? What the hell? Okay. He's having drinks with Neptune, okay. Me too, pal Jamon. We both have our fair share of headaches, don't we? Okay, so there's drinking together. Maybe he's like on, okay. I don't know. I'm assuming he's here on a mission, right? Or maybe he's just here on his break or whatever. He's not actually doing anything. But we see him right there. Or maybe he's distracting Neptune. Maybe like him and another God's Night Ball. Maybe it's Shanks. Shanks, right? Maybe they pulled up and he was going to distract Neptune. And he knows he was there when he was born, I think, right? Or he was there around the time when, Neptune was born. So now they're drinking it. Maybe he's distracting him, and freaking Shanks or whoever is going to go steal the road poneglyph or whatever. But yeah, they're drinking it up. Okay. Next panel. Neptune over here says, to be honest, I don't think your son is that bad deep down. Let's not forget what your youth was like, says Neptune. So referring to Loki and stuff. Okay. I wonder what Loki and everyone else thinks about this. What Harold's doing. Jesus, this is not great, bro. But yeah, Neptune, he's looking a little, I guess, a little different, I think, but okay. Then we got Harold over here saying, well then, if you put it like that. And then Neptune says, I'm just being brutally honest. Anyway, did I tell you a fortune teller predicted I'd have a daughter in 4 years, Jim? Okay, so this is 6 years after, 6 years after Roger. Wait, so this is, this is 6 years after Roger visited Fishman Island. And this is 5 years after his execution, right? Because that happened a year prior. So it is it's 19 years ago, right? Yeah, I think we're 19 years ago at this point in the past. Yeah. When the time is right, why don't we betroth Loki to my future daughter? Okay, look at Harold's face right there. He just goes like wide-eyed. Okay, next panel. Blah, da, ha, ha. Now you're going too far. Cut it out. Hey, don't write her off so fast. She's not going to be just any old mermaid. My daughter might well be born with a power no one else could ever hope to handle, Jamon. So referring to, Poseidon and stuff like that, controlling the Sea Kings. Okay. So next panel. Now that does sound like a perfect match. Let's have a toast. I'm assuming Harold saying this. Here's to the future of my mischievous troublemaker and your little Mosa. Oh my God, people are going to go crazy. Wait, is this confirming it? They're already connected. Oh my, whoa. Is Oda confirming who Mosa is? Because I didn't even realize this, because people were thinking it was Shirahoshi, right? And I didn't even realize, they're talking about Loki and Shirahoshi in the same, conversation. I didn't even think, wait, does that confirm Mosa? He's referring to him as Mosa. Don't call her that. She won't be Shaggy, because, that's what, everyone calls Neptune Shaggy, because he's very hairy. That's what Roger said. He said, you will have a very hairy daughter. And he's like, no, right? Is this shit? Dude, I think it could be Shirahoshi now. I mean, the only thing that was kind of unlikely with Shirahoshi is that it just didn't make sense, because why would Loki be talking to Shirahoshi? Shirahoshi's from an entirely, how? That was my only issue with it. I think the personality made sense of Mosa. I think, really, that was it, right? Okay, wait, what happened to What's happening to Shirahoshi? Blackbeard? Oh shit, because Mosa, dude, wait, this is crazy. This is a crazy reveal. Is Blackbeard invading? Is the prophecies coming true? What is happening? Because she said she had to leave. Oh my god, this is fucking crazy. And we see, you know, Otohime and Fukaboshi and one of the other two, I forgot, either Ryoboshi or Mamboshi, I forgot one of them, but what the fuck? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, next panel. That same year, Owl Library Elbath. Okay, don't mention it. You're welcome to. Oh, Saul. Oh yes. Okay. I don't know why I didn't mention this. Right. I thought of this, you know, a while ago. But yeah, of course, we're gonna see Saul show up. We're probably gonna see Gabon. Is Gabon gonna be here? He's probably already here, right? Yeah, he's already here. I think. Yeah. So we might see him as well. Okay, this is nice. Yes, Saul obviously arriving. Don't over the school. We're gonna see them establish a school. Yeah. Don't mention it. You're welcome to live freely here, Saul. Thanks a bunch. Actually, there's one more thing I'd like to ask. What is it? Said Saul. If we get other learned folks on Elbath to help, the school, probably, right? Would you be willing to open a school here? A school, huh? That's a nice idea. So we literally see where the school, Walrus School was, but without the actual school, right? It's just kind of empty. Right now, we see the Owl Library right there. Okay. Nice. This is okay. Is this Harold's blunder, right? Because we know Summers was like, school, that was not a good idea, right? Or if it's just something else that happened, I don't know. But yeah, interesting. I mean, Harold's over here is just, you know, chumming it up with Saul, but I wonder if he's like, oh, if you didn't know, I'm actually working with the world government, right? Saul's not gonna like that because the world government, O'Hara, that was bad. So I don't know if he's, I mean, he already said that he wasn't going to talk about his duties with the Knights of God, but you can talk about working with the world government. And people know that, I think, right? At this point. Obviously, not that you got the contract and everything, but that you're, like, working with the world government. So, I don't know. So, we have that nice scene. I like this. We haven't had a double page spread this chapter. Next panel, 15 years ago. Oh, we got Fisher. Yo, this chapter's crazy. We get Fisher Tiger, the God's Knights. Dude, we're the God's Knights. Are we going to fight? This chapter is so fucking good, dude. This chapter is so fucking good. 15 years ago, a major incident occurred at the Holy Land Marie's Draw. We're going to see from his perspective. Were God's Knights there? Were they out on vacation? People are wondering what happened. Let's see. My slaves are running away. The cells are broken. Hurry, or do you want to be their pet forever? I'm assuming Fisher Tiger's, yeah, he's like huffing and huffing. He's running away because he was a slave as well, right? Because he didn't, wait. Because Fisher Tiger has, like, chains around his neck. Is this when he freed them, or is this... Interesting. Okay, we'll read. Huff. Oh, he encounters a knight of... Okay, Oda's just answering. Okay, because we were wondering. I'm like, bro, how did this bro invade? Where are the God's Knights? We're going to see this right here. Something... Oh, is this Shanks? It might be Shanks. We see, oh my god, like, it's nice. It's at night. We got the moon out. We got Shanks right here. I'm assuming, I just said it was Shanks, right? A God's Knight, right? God's Knight just standing there with his sword, just looking all horrifying right there. Damn it, is that a God's Knight? Says Fisher Tiger. He's running, and the person obviously looks like Shanks. Probably is. He's hiding the eye that, you know, Blackbeard got. You know, super fast, moves forward. Oh, he breaks his chains. Oh shit, this gotta be Shanks, right? Obviously. Breaks his chains, I think. Listen, the armory will be left unlocked for you. I'll tell you the location. Oh shit, this makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, this explains why he was able to get out of there. If Shanks was helping him, because obviously Shanks is not. I'm assuming he's probably double agent stuff right now, but oh my gosh. Okay. Listen, the armory, I'm still interested in the title. I'll talk about what I was thinking right now, but okay. Next panel. Yeah, explosions everywhere. Wow, gunpowder. Big Boa, nice. Okay, Boa. Then we got, you know, Sanderson. Okay. Hurry, big sis. Sanderson. We got Boa right here. They're trying to almost escape, right? There's someone out there. Someone fighting to free us from this hell. They're crying. Yeah, this is so good. Okay, we got them right here. Getting ready to escape. Koala, what the fuck? Hurry, Koala, you have to run. Oh, this is when, because she also escaped from the same, like, she was also freed by Fisher Tiger. It's just that she didn't, like, go with him, right? She went somewhere else, and then eventually they found her, and then they returned her to, you know, her island. So, yeah. Hurry, Koala, you have to run, right? She's a slave here too. This attack on the Holy Land was carried out by Fisher Tiger. In the wake of this incident, he would go on to become captain of the Sun Pirates. Fisher Tiger right here. We got Boa, the sisters running away, a bunch of slaves running away. Holy Land's on fire. Oh my gosh, this is awesome, dude. Nice. Next panel. Sounds like it was pretty rough, says Harold. They say someone with the government must have left the armory open for them. Okay, yeah, that's what happened, right? Now it's up to us to find the culprit, says... Okay, this is Summers talking. So Summers and Harold are just talking to each other about, like, you know, the aftermath of this incident. I'm assuming they weren't actually on, maybe, the island at that point in time. I can't wait to execute them, says someone else. I think it's Summers. I see they're rebuilding Marie-Jo right there. Okay. There's someone I want to introduce to you. Oh, of course, right? There's someone I want to introduce to you, Harold, says Garling. His name is Shanks. Huh? Says Harold, because obviously we see Shamrock on the left right here. Double page spread? No, okay. Next panel. He's Shamrock's younger brother. They were separated a long time ago due to circumstances. He suffered many hardships in the surface world. If he were to form a deep-sea contract, I believe he'd make a great asset on par with Shamrock. Okay, so deep-sea contract, not even deep shallow sea or whatever the other one was. So does he already... I'm assuming he already has the shallow sea contract, right? But they're looking to make him a deep-sea contract. For the time being, however, he's been given the rank of Godsteel, okay, just like you. I know I said the same thing when I first met Shamrock too, but I can't shake the feeling that I've met you before, says Harold. Interesting. So he said the same thing to Shamrock too. I mean, he looks like Garling, and you've met Garling, but... Interesting, okay, that's an interesting line. Next panel. Oh my God, Shay. Okay. Is he wearing an eye patch? I don't think that's an eye patch, dude. Wait, did I not get spoiled? What? That's bandages, bro. Or does he put on the eye patch after this? I don't know. Obviously, that's from the Scar of Blackbeard. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just some giant commoner from the surface, says Shanks. Don't act so familiar with me. I was blessed from birth with Fagarlan blood in my veins. Have no doubt I'm going to become a knight of God before you. Okay, bro. This guy's fucking capping, bro. You, Shanks, you're a good boy, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Shanks. Come on. Okay. So he's not wearing an eye patch. He's wearing a bandage over his face. He's wearing, like, several bandages. Guess I mistook you for someone else, says Harold. I guess Shanks kind of looks the other way. Next panel. Come on, Shamrock. I wish to deepen my knowledge of the Holy Land, and I shall apprehend that traitor to claim the credit I deserve. Are there any leads? What traitor are they talking about? It can wait till your wounds are fully healed, Shanks. You cannot fathom the anguish of having the last 24 years of your life wasted. No wonder the rest of the world seems so alien to me. Well, we got Oda boxes right here. Godsteel devotee. The Garland family. Saint Shanks. Knight of God. So Shamrock is already a Knight of God. The Garland family. Saint Shamrock. Oh my gosh. Shanks is wearing a very similar outfit to what Shamrock is wearing now. There's differences, right? And then Shamrock, very similar outfit as well, but he's got kind of his collar kind of open. We got some of his chest exposed, and okay. He's got longer hair as well. Next panel. I hated everything down there, says Shanks. So he's obviously he's double agent, right? He was helping Fisher Tiger, he's capping, right? But he's, you know, saying that, and the Harold looks back, he's kind of ... So Harold knows something's up. He knows something's up. Next panel. That year, the fishing village on Elbaf. It's no good. My medical knowledge is too limited. Let's call Harold and see if he can get us in touch with a more skilled doctor. Okay. Don't. He's got a lot on his plate right now. What's the point of fostering a network with the world government if we don't use it? So someone's sick or something? Did Gabon show up? Oh, is this how Gabon got his scar or something? I don't know. Next panel. Oh, it's Ida. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, no, Ida. Ida's dead. Ida's the comfort. Okay, she hasn't actually died yet, but it's not a good sign. I can recover on my own. Huff. You keep saying that, but you're getting weaker by the day. You have to get better. Harold will be heartbroken if you don't, you know? Mato, keep the tavern open. No way. How can I when you're this sick, Ida? So she's in bed, sick right now, and Mato's there and some other giant. Whenever Harold's home, he always goes straight to the elders and begs them to allow you to legally marry. So same elders that we saw, like earlier in the flashback, and he's still okay because they're the whole reason like that marriage was blocked, right? Okay. That fool, he knows I'm happy with my tavern. I enjoy befriending sailors from all over the world, says Ida. So she's very tired right now because she's sick. It may not be much, Huff, but I feel like I'm helping Harold by doing that, right? Befriending the sailors. Okay. Next panel. Hey, foreign hag. Some Loki. What the fuck? Okay, Loki's outside. Loki, says Motto. Cook up this meat for the old hag, will you? Oh shit, Loki the go. Okay. He's my go support Anita, bro. Let's go. Cook up this meat for the old hag, will you? And it's like this big like bowl thing. The tavern's my main hangout spot. I want her to reopen it. Nice. Okay, Loki's looking a little older now. He has the hammer, right? Not Ragnar, right? But the hammer we saw earlier. At the beginning of the flashback. Next panel. Giant says, good grief, that troublemaker has grown out of hand. I'm glad you've been able to keep him in line. Oh, Loki, I'm guessing. We got Hyrudin right here. Even with Hyrudin and his friends away. Oh, no, it's talking about Hyrudin. Just talking about him. Even with Hyrudin and his friends away, looking for a doctor. Oh, they find... Wait, the Gerd's a doctor. What the fuck? Your boys really love you. Yeah. So they're also helping. So Loki is helping, you know, bring food. Hyrudin's looking for a skilled doctor. I'm wondering what... Oh, is it Kureha? Bro, if it's Kureha, dude, that's gonna be crazy. Maybe. Hyrudin, got young Hyrudin, we got Stanson, Road, Gerd right here, you know, out looking for a doctor. Next panel. Everyone's blowing this out of proportion, Huff, says Ida. I'll be fine, Huff, but it does make me smile. So she's, you know, very appreciative. Next panel, double page spread. Elbaf, Alcohol Village, home of Loki's birth mother. Okay, so, oh yeah, Estrid, right? I think they said she's from Alcohol Village. Huh? What did you just say? We were talking about how utterly unbearable it'd be to let that foreign bitch worm her way into the royal family. You're with us, right, Loki? We're Estrid's relatives. She was Harold's true wife. We can't let anyone have a claim on our inheritance, so... This whole town is full of scumbags, or at least her family, right? Loki's over here talking to them. That's why I slipped... Fuck you. That's why I slipped her a dose of poison. This stuff is fatal. Her death... Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Oh my god. There's no way, bro. Piece of shit, bro. Come on. Oh my god. This makes it even worse. These bastards fucking poison her, bro. Matzo, we can't hold off on ringing Harold anymore. On it. We may not be related by blood, but I see him the same way I do Hyrudin. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the chapter. At the title, Loki's still my cute little son. Oh my god, it's fucking tragic. Loki's still my cute little son. Ah, Loki, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, Loki, let's go. He's fucking burning this shit down, bro. Fuck him, bro. Ah, Loki. Loki, hey, Ida isn't really gonna die. Oh, Ida isn't really gonna die, right? Says Loki. Next panel. I still remember my birth mother. She hated me. She had me thrown into the realm of the dead. Who gives a shit about inheritance? Your whole family is nothing but trash. Now answer, Ida won't actually die, right? She's... Flashback, I bet you must get pretty lonely, right, Loki? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us? She's the only mother I've ever known. Oh my god. One Piece chapter 1167 end. His true feelings pour... Oh my, this is so... Oda! You cooked for this chapter, bro. This is such a fucking good chapter. Holy shit, this is so fucking good. Oh my god, I was getting emotional at the end, dude. What the fuck? Oh my, this felt long too. I don't know if I was just yapping. He doesn't have an eye patch. He has a fucking bandage. Fuck, I might cut that out at the beginning of the video, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I might cut that out, dude. I might cut that out. Because, no, I didn't get spoiled, bro. We still have the eye patch reveal. Fuck the YouTuber for not fucking, like, saying that it was talking about leaks. He has bandages. That's not an eye patch, bro. Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? That's not a fucking eye patch. Actually, I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean, so I don't know if there's, like, there's probably characters with eye patches, obviously, but come on, dude. Good fucking chapter, though, dude. I might cut some stuff out, but good chapter. Phenomenal chapter. So much interesting shit, dude. Fuck. I love 10 out of 10 chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Fisher Tiger stuff, God's Night stuff, the world developing, Shanks, the Shamrock, fucking great. Loki stuff at the end, Pico. Yep, this flashback's getting up there, dude. Like this is I think it's gonna be top 3. By the end of it, it's gonna be top 3 easily. It's already top 5 for me, I would say. This shit's just so good. Oh my gosh. Next chapter, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm assuming Ida's gonna die. Harold will do his blunder, right? And by the next 2 chapters, we'll get 14 years ago incident, right? Gabon, I think we'll see Gabon next chapter. I'll lock that in. We'll see Gabon arrive in Hellbath next chapter, because we didn't see him unless he was already with Ripley. Then I just didn't see it, whatever. But also, there's a bunch of interesting stuff earlier about Harold saying, I've seen you before, and apprehend the traitor, says Shanks. And I shall apprehend the traitor. What traitor? Is there a God's Knight that betrayed them? What the fuck? I don't know. Whatever. I might cut some stuff out. But yeah, phenomenal chapter. I'm happy now. I'm happy. Not sad anymore. Lots of mixed feelings before recording this, but holy shit. No. Oda, peak, bro. Okay, I'll see y'all next week. No break too. Back to back. Let's go.